Hello and welcome everyone to this week's Faith Nuggets, my short weekly reminder for you to walk in faith, to believe in faith, to expect great things to come your way. My husband just got back from Ethiopia, which I always love. That's my favorite part of course, for him to come home. I love to listen, to all the testimonies, the things, the miracles that took place. It's just one of my favorite things. And I'm so thankful for the victory that we could have this last week in Ethiopia, for everything that the Lord has done. I want to give you praise and I want to give you glory. I want to encourage you here today, in your walk of faith. I'm in my personal time, I'm just reading again through the Gospels, and I'm in Matthew right now. And there's a verse really that yesterday morning, actually, while I was out praying, really caught my heart, and that I have been meditating on. And it's in the book of Matthew chapter 8, where it says, "Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be open for you." See, that is our promise for you. If we're earnestly seeking, if we're earnestly asking, if we're earnestly knocking, then his promise is that the door will be open for us. And just a couple of verses further on, we read a really interesting story of a man who has been paralyzed, and he approaches the Lord, or the Lord comes by, and this man says to him, "Lord, if you are willing, you can set me free. You can heal me, you can help me." And the Lord, I just love his heart for people, his compassion for people. He took this man at the hand, and he looked at him, and he said, "I am willing." That is the Father's heart. He is more than willing to help you. He is more than willing to provide for you. He is more than willing to heal you, to meet every need that you might have in your life. And just a little bit further, a chapter further, Matthew 9 actually talks about those two blind men, who also come to Jesus, and they say, "Jesus, Lord, Son of David, you heal us, help us, cleanse us, set us free." And the Lord asked them a very interesting and important question, and he asked them, and it says, "Do you believe that I can do this?" Basically, do you believe that I can heal you? Do you believe that I can provide this miracle for you? And these men said to him, "Yes, we believe." And so he answers, and he says, "According to your faith, let it be done." You see, the Lord loves people of faith, and he loves to respond to people of faith. You see, so there is a difference if how we can approach the Lord. We can either come because that is just something that we do. It's part of our routine. We come to the Lord in the morning in prayer. We can come out of a whining and a complaining spirit. Look at all of my hardships and the things that I have to go through, or we can look and come in an attitude of faith, asking in faith, seeking in faith, knocking at the door of in faith. And if we do that, then the promise from the Lord is for us that he will come through to us, for us, that he can hear our prayer, that he's going to be there for us. So I just want to encourage you today that when you spend time in prayer, and we all have needs, and we all have prayer requests, we all have things, breakthroughs that we're believing for, but you see, there's a difference when we come in faith, really expecting the Lord. The one who stands uncontested will have whatever you need already prepared. But we need to have an attitude of faith where we ask, seek, and knock with great expectancy attached to it. And if we do so, then our promise is that we will receive, that we will find, and that the door will open for us. So whatever it is that you are believing for, attach your faith to it, release your faith to it, and then just expect for him great things to do in your life, to do through your life, to use you mightily. There is such a big call on your life, and you can only do that, through faith. Faith is important because we know that without faith, it's impossible to please the Father. So faith is an important subject that we all need to consider. So I just wanted to encourage you in that real quick. I hope you have the best day ever. Be richly blessed. I love every single one of you. Are praying so many times for you, for our partners. That is a big part of our ministry. So be encouraged today in the Lord. Activate your faith and just see what the Lord will do. It will be absolutely amazing. Always remember that Christ is the answer.